On a cold, rainy night, in a forgotten alley behind a grocery store, someone left a cardboard box. Inside it was a kitten, small, sickly, and completely alone. Her fur was patchy, one eye was cloudy, her tail bent like it had been broken. Nobody wanted her. While her brothers and sisters were taken home, she was left behind. The box closed, and the world moved on. She survived the only way she knew how, by hiding. Behind trash bins, beneath old carts, she'd scavenge leftovers and dodge crows that eyed her from above. Every day was a fight, but she never gave up. There was something in her eyes, something fierce. Then, something changed. One rainy afternoon, a man sat painting near the alley. A street artist, worn boots, splattered jeans, tired eyes. He saw her, curled beneath a metal stand, trembling. He tore off a piece of bread and held it out. She didn't run, she just stared back, as if daring him to walk away. That moment, that look in her eyes, it wasn't sadness, it was survival. He saw it, and he stayed. He began to leave food for her. Small pieces at first, then a blanket beneath his table. She stayed longer each day. And soon, she became part of his little corner of the world. He named her Pebbles. She would curl beside his paint box, watching him work, as if she understood what he was creating. And one day, he began painting her. A half-finished portrait of a fierce little kitten, with wild eyes and a bent tail, sat propped behind his easel. It wasn't perfect, but neither was she. A passing tourist saw the scene. She snapped a photo. "Look at this grumpy little street queen," she laughed. The photo went online, and the world noticed Pebbles. Thousands of likes, then hundreds of thousands. People around the world were obsessed with her bold, strange little face. The Picasso cat, they called her. Soon, crowds gathered around the artist's stand, not for his paintings, but for her. She sat like royalty, beside a mural of herself, half-finished and glowing in color. Children pointed, strangers smiled, and Pebbles, she just blinked. The artist earned enough to move into a small studio. Warm, quiet, full of paint, and now, full of pebbles. She had toys, a cushion by the window, and a little painted crown on the wall above her bed. Then came the call. A pet brand wanted her for a shoot. Pebbles wore a red beret, sat on a pillow, and absolutely owned the camera. The world fell in love all over again. But even with all the fame, Pebbles still slept in the same way, curled like a comma, her nose tucked in her tail. Not because of comfort, but because it was how she survived the cold. Old habits, after all, don't go away easily. The artist kept painting, and Pebbles kept watching. They didn't speak, of course, but some bonds don't need words. One evening, he looked at her portrait on the wall, then back at her, sleeping nearby. And he whispered, "They all said you were too ugly to love." Pebbles opened one eye, then gently nudged his hand with her nose. Pebbles never asked for fame. She never needed followers. She just wanted someone to see her. Really, see her. And one man did. That made all the difference. There's no such thing as an unwanted soul, just an unseen one.